Theraapi, building the future of mental health with our API. So our first model, we're releasing our first model today. And our first model today is called Theraapi. So Theraapi has different capabilities based on what you want. And so what we have tried to do is to make sure that we have emotional intelligence. It understands your language, and then it's personalized for you. And so we are giving organizations, we're giving people the ability to build mental health applications on top of our, of our real model. Yeah. And so throughout the session, actually, we'll just like be going through how to set up an account, how to get an API key, and how to actually get started. Yeah. So welcome. Anywhere you're watching us from, this is our first live stream launch. And so I'm super excited to actually show you guys what we have been building over the recent weeks. Yeah. And expect much from us from this day on in terms of live streams from the company. Yeah. Good. So I'll just like go into what we are launching today and see actually what we have. Yeah. So today we are launching Theraapi. So organizations and people have been asking us for a way in which to connect to our models. And so we thought of a way that, you know what, we can give them our API and so they can build on top of our API. And in the recent weeks, we have actually been working on this so hard with the team. And this is what actually we have been able to do. So this is just like our minimum viable product at this point. But then with time, we are going to make our model better and we are going to add more capabilities to it from what we currently have right now. And so as you can see here, we are giving full seat access to therapy tools. So we have sessions, calendars, therapists, and analytics in one simple API. So we are building wellness apps that actually help people. And then we are, as you can see, we are trying to be up all the time, and then the response time, and then we are HIPAA compliant. So HIPAA compliant is just a board that makes sure that we are building safe tools. And so the APIs that are inside the API are group sessions API. You can use our API to create group sessions online, physical, and etc. And then we have the therapist search. These are going to come to version 2, wellness reports based on what you actually have. Auth login. So, we are giving out a secure authentication, sandbox environment that only we'll do later, and then an analytics dashboard. And so how to get started is you get an API key and then make a call, and then launch your wellness apps, and then built for every industry. So this is the part where I was saying that we are building for like organizations have reached out so that they can build on top of us. And so we are opening this API to HR platforms, we are opening it to mental health startups, we're opening it to university wellness organizations, and then people who just like want to come and do research on what we have. And this is just like an example of our interactive API, which we will dive into later. Yeah. Another thing to talk about, we actually also like have the documentation on how to get started and things like that. And so when you come to AI chat, so this is what is currently available for now, the AI chat. And so as you can see here, it takes a request for, hello, I'm feeling anxious today. And then it also like takes a mood rating of 3. But then as a developer, you can change it actually how you'd want to have it changed or something like that. Yeah. And then we are giving out 3 3 languages, so JavaScript and Python. We are going to add Go as we go. And then this is the response. So our request here was, hello, I'm feeling anxious today, how can you help me? And then can you tell me a bit more about, okay, thank you for sharing with me, feeling anxious about daily situation. So this is just like Therabot but on an API. So it says suggestions, try breathing 487, inhale, fall, hold, remember, anxiety is temporary and will pass. So what where when we say that our model has that emotional intelligence part, is the part that it can detect that emotion. So you're actually anxiety and you're actually seeking help. And so that actually now helps the model to actually come up with better um, understanding of how to help you and stuff. And so um, a lot of things to be added to the response too. So we'll actually try to see that as we continue based on how people use our API. And then, as you can see, again, you can also like get conversational histories and list of conversations, delete conversations, and yeah. So actually, we just like go into the developer portal and then see what happens. So I'll just like sign out from this. Good. So now this is our homepage. You come either get API, view docs, developer portal, but then I'll just like say get API and I'll try to register and see what happens. Okay. So we also like opened it for the public. So if you have a Gmail or an email account, you can actually just like log in and see what happens. I hope that's the right password. Just like say Therabot. Good. Good. So this is how the dashboard looks like for now. Couple of things to actually change here, but it works. So I'll just like come to API key. I'll come to create an API key, and I'll say, because we are live streaming, okay, create key. Good. So our new API key has been created. You can actually also like find it here, and then our sandbox is here. The sandbox is here. So I'll just like take you guys through. So this is the page for creating the APIs, and the security practices for all the APIs. Never expose APIs in the client-side code. Store the keys securely on environment variables. Rotate keys regularly for production use. Then check your logs regularly for suspicious activities. Delete unused and compromised keys immediately. Use separate keys for different environments. And another security measure that we have put actually is your keys can't go past like you can't use your keys in like you can't push your keys to GitHub. If you try pushing your keys to GitHub, actually they're going to fail. I hope we are together there. Good. So since I have my keys, just a moment. Just and good. So since I already have my key, I'll come and reveal it, copy the key. So we have delete key, hide key, and things like that. And for webhooks, we actually giving you a way to also like build on top of SMS, build on top of messages, build on top of WhatsApp, like try to build on top of everything. So that's why we'll actually also like roll out webhooks to see how based on what you guys use and what you guys want, and then the logs. But right now it fetches all logs that have been happening, but then that actually will actually also like change after this. And then the settings, if you'd want to the course and notifications and things like that. So I'll just like go straight to the API sandbox and actually test out and see how this works. And so when you come to our sandbox, we have a couple of things here. And so you can actually see test your API endpoints with real API keys, generate your API keys in the API session that is in the developer portal. But then now, as you can see here, create an API key. So you have like a link here to like go and create an API key. But then we also like have a test key here that you can actually use to, you're just like trying to test out things and see how they happen. Well, the demo gods actually worked for me today. And so, hello, I'm feeling anxious today. Can you help me? And then my mood rating is 3. So, uh, hello, I'm glad to listen and every other thing and that. And so, that is the API and how it works. So, I just like come back to my portal, pick the key that we generated, come back here, paste this key here, run request, and then fingers crossed, good, it worked. So this is the response, and then now this is how to actually call it. I don't know where this went. Okay, this is how to actually call it on code. So since we are on an MVP, you just like use this our Superbase URL, but then we will change it to like api.therapi.com or something. And then you can actually switch between Python, or do you want to call it on Ruby? But then everyone loves JavaScript. So yeah, if you just like want a quick test to see if the API is working, we have this part here for quick test, and then just like send a message to actually test if the sandbox is working, and then you get your response. Another thing, view logs. So okay, that didn't work how it planned, but anyway. Or go to the API docs again. So for API docs, you come to AI chat, and then you'll actually get the request and the response. So just like copy this and put inside your code and see how it works. For sessions, therapist, clients, analytics, those one we are going to be releasing them on version 2. But for now, we'll actually stick to the AI chat for now, because there's where more requests are coming from. I'll just like do once more and then close this. So just like paste that key here. Yes, and then hello. I am having an exam today. And I am a bit nervous. I am a bit nervous. I don't know if that is how nervous is being written. Okay. So if I run this request, I should get a response. So hello, it's completely normal to feel nervous and things like that. Yeah. And so that is actually how we are trying to bring all these things together so that people can actually build on top of us. So if in case you have an application that you're building and you'd want to integrate mental health tools or mental health wellness stuff, hit our API and see what happens. For now, it's still free for the next 15 days. And then from there now, we'll be actually charging per call. So this is a call to organizations. Let me just like go back here. Where I'm streaming this thing? Okay. So this is a call to all organizations. If you're out there and you're looking for an API to actually call to integrate into your Slack and every other thing, so you can actually hit us. And if you want to contact us, I think that we already like created or something. Let me see if it's there. Contact us. Yeah. If you want to contact us, wait. Oh yeah. If you would want to contact us, support at bricklabsai.org. You can call our number, but it's my number. And then you can also like, okay, this one doesn't work, but anyway, or just like send a message. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for joining our live, and more live streams to come. This was for Terra API. And again, we're just like empowering developers to build on top of, like, why go for ChatGPT if ChatGPT already has all this data? But then our Terra O1 is actually a good model that you can actually start and use. And so thank you guys for joining. See you guys in the next one. Any questions that you'd want to ask? Any questions? I can see 15 people are watching. That is so good, man. From X. Any questions? You can actually tag me on X or anywhere. I'll just like reply to them. Thank you guys for watching. Till next time.